Hi, this is James, and I'm here with your Oracle Outlook for the week starting August the 22nd, 2016. So, keeping with the rotational aspect of this series, if you're new, what I do is I usually rotate between three of the divination tools that I work with. I work with Tarot, Lenormand, and Angel cards, and so this week we are going to be doing an Angel card reading. So if you're here for the first time, I want to welcome you, and if you're returning, I want to welcome you back. And so we're here in my consultation room, and I saw it fitting to pan around the room or show you the backdrop of the room because I recently acquired a wonderful gift from a client. A client recently gifted me with this lovely angel statue, and so I just want to share a little bit about this. So this is how the universe and the angels work. So I was on the hunt, since I became a certified angel card reader, I was on the hunt for having some representation of the angels in the room. So I was looking for angel prints or angel statues. Specifically, I was looking for Archangel Gabriel in particular because when I'm giving a reading, it's a verbal conversation, and Archangel Gabriel is the chief messenger and communications angel, so I wanted something to be reflective of that. So I was on the hunt looking for something representing the angels. And this particular client just happened to gift me with this angel statue. She came one day for a consultation, and she had a gift bag with her, and she said, "This is for you." So I reached into the bag and pulled out this statue, and the minute I pulled it out, she said it reminded her of Archangel Jophiel. So if you're new to working with angelic energy, Archangel Jophiel's name translates to the beauty of God. So you can call on her when you want to beautify a space, whether it's an indoor space or an outdoor space. So she can help you make spaces more attractive, or if you want to either practice feng shui or you want to declutter a space, you can call on her energy for that because it's all with the intention of making something more beautiful. I tend to work with her when I'm in a space and I need help beautifying my mental landscape. So I call on her because she's good for helping you beautify your thoughts, meaning making your thoughts more positive. So that's usually the way I work with Archangel Jophiel. Another way that you can work with Archangel Jophiel, since her name means the beauty of God, is that you can work with her, you can call on her when you want to see your own beauty in a new way, see how beautiful you are when you want to really tap into that. And not just the surface beauty or your outer beauty, but your inner beauty. I call it your divine beauty. So if you're in a space and you're feeling like you just need a little bit of boost in that area, you need to see the beauty that really is within you, you can call on Archangel Jophiel to help you with that. And it'll probably be a twofold process. I would imagine that she can help you reframe your thinking that's more positive, so you can actually then think about and then see your own inner and divine beauty. So that is my bit about Archangel Jophiel, and so I said that I usually call on her. So when I do an angel card reading, I do what's called an invocation. So we call in the energy of the angels, and so if you're watching this, that's my angels, the angels that work with me, and the angels that work with you, because we all have angels that work closely with us. So they're going to be standing in support for this reading. I also call in the energy of Archangel Michael to keep the energy safe, and to only allow the energy that is going to be in the best and highest good for myself as the reader and for you as the recipient. I also call in, I mentioned Gabriel before, but I also call in Archangel Gabriel to help with the messages in terms of me understanding the messages clearly and then translating them and communicating them to you clearly. I always call on Archangel Gabriel when I want the right and perfect words for the messages. So I always call in Gabriel, and then I also call in Archangel Haniel, who is the angel of intuition. So she can help me with if I'm seeing an image or if I'm hearing something, to help me translate that. So I always envision that Gabriel and Haniel work closely together in that regard. And then also, because I sometimes make pop culture references in terms of music, if you've been watching my videos long enough, then I sometimes also call in Archangel Sandalphon to help me understand the music that's being brought my way, because Archangel Sandalphon is the angel of music and also the angel of prayers and having faith. So having said all that, the deck that's going to be assisting me for this week's reading is the Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle cards. I was feeling led to use this week, and so having done the invocation, I'm going to be shuffling the cards, and I'm asking Spirit and the angels, what do we need to know about the week ahead? So what I do is when I shuffle the cards, I'm looking for 3 cards to kind of stick out or to get my attention. And so as I'm shuffling, I'm pulling the first card. The first card is going to represent what we need to know for the beginning of the week. I'm keeping the cards face down so I can't see them. Then I'm shuffling again. And the second card is going to represent the middle of the week. And then one more time. The final card is going to round out the week. So I've picked the cards. So looking at the first card, we have See Only Love. So what I do is I normally am drawn to the image first, so I'm looking at the image, and there's an angel with a heart with wings in her hand, and there are 2 other angels looking in below. Now in the background there's also the moon, so I'm seeing this as we're just coming off of a full moon. So I'm seeing that. So for some of us, we might be getting back into our balance or our equilibrium, because some of us are very moon sensitive. I know I am. Some of the symptoms that I have being a moon sensitive person is that I either have bouts of insomnia or I am really, really tired. The other thing about the full moon, as I'm looking at the card, the full moon is also a time of releasing. So we're seeing that the releasing that we've done from the previous week, we may be seeing the results of that, because the hand symbolically represents to me activity and work, and so you're being acknowledged, or the work that you've done in terms of releasing is being acknowledged by your angels. Now I'm looking, and she has, like I said, a heart with wings on it. So, and the card says See Only Love. So this week we're being encouraged to look at our situations, and it's no mistake. I brought in and mentioned Archangel Jophiel, and here we see only love. So it could mean that we're being asked to look at our situations, especially the ones that are challenging, see what's the beauty in it, going with Archangel Jophiel and her energy. See if there's beauty in it, seeing the good in it, seeing how you can be more loving, or how can you bring the energy of love to the situation, especially if it's pertaining to a person, collective energy, that kind of thing. So I'm seeing that. Also too, it could be like we're being called to work with the angels of love, since the heart has wings on it. And usually when I think of the angels of love, I think of first Archangel Shamuel. So it could be like those of us who work with energy, angelic energy, we're being called to call on the angels of love, and particularly Archangel Shamuel. So I'm seeing that. And then what I do is, after I look at the image, then I look at the text, and it says here, look past the seeming errors, mistake, and misunderstandings, and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in an undreamed of way. So that is See Only Love. So again, it's about how can we apply the principle of love, the energy of love, into our daily experience this week. And for some of us, it may require some work, going back to the energy of the hand. The hand represents activity and work. And so for some of us, it may require a little more work or a little more effort on our part, but we will see the result of that. We will see the payoff on it. And it will be more for us than for the person or the situation that we're looking at. So I'm seeing that as the energy of See Only Love. Moving to the next card, we have confidence. Okay, and so here we have, again, and I think this is another reference to the energy of Archangel Jophiel, because the image has an angel who is putting on a flower in her hair, and she looks very lovely in her attire, and she is sitting in an outdoor field with flowers all around her. And it's just so funny because the angel statue that I have here is also carrying flowers. So there's something about the energy of flowers. So I'm looking at the imagery, and the first thing I'm seeing with the flowers being in the hair symbolically represents our thoughts. So it could be, again, making a reference to seeing only love. How can we start seeing love? But it starts with maybe having a reframe or a more positive energy, or seeing the positive aspects of our thinking. So again, we can call on Archangel Jophiel to help us beautify our thinking, becoming more positive. That kind of energy is what I'm seeing. And I'm also noticing that the angel has one foot in water. So for some of us, we may be experiencing a new situation this week, one in which we are dipping our toes in, we're testing the waters, we're getting a feel for the situation. So there could be a new experience coming your way, which is requiring you to kind of just dip your toes in. It may be something that you're being told or encouraged or inspired to not just jump all the way in, but kind of get a feel for the environment, a feel for the energy. Now, I'm looking at the word have confidence, and so along with Archangel Jophiel, I'm feeling that Archangel Ariel wants to step in, and we're being encouraged to call on her energy when we are feeling like we want to have more self-confidence, work with our self-esteem. I'm thinking that the energy here is all about how we are seeing ourselves, not necessarily just other people or circumstances, but I'm really feeling this is more a calling to take a look at ourselves and how can we work on building up our confidence, how can we work on our self-esteem. And so it could be suggesting to like that's the work. In that, as I'm saying that, I'm feeling encouraged to offer an exercise that you might want to try out. It's called Mirror Work. It is created by Louise Hay. Louise Hay, for those of you who may be familiar, is the queen of affirmations. And so what it is that she encourages us to stand in front of the mirror and to look at yourself and look at your reflection and say these words. Say, I love you. And then just be aware of any thoughts, any feelings, what comes up for you as you are acknowledging that you love yourself. You may have a thought, like that can't be true. You may have a thought that you can't love yourself because of the way you look, of the way you behave, whatever the reason. Pay attention to whatever thought that comes up. And so that may be energy that you're being encouraged to work with. How can you be more loving to yourself? Here's what I know to be true, is if you can't love yourself, the outer world can't bring love to you. And if they did, if other people came to you and said that they loved you, would you be willing to receive it? Would you be able to receive it if you can't stand in front of the mirror and accept the love that you're giving yourself or trying to give yourself? So if you're having issues or challenges with seeing your own beauty, you may want to do some mirror work around that. So I'm seeing that with have confidence. And so I'm going to read what the text says. It says, moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us, which is your angels, if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and faith. So that is have confidence. Now, rounding out the week, we have family. Okay, so the family card, I'm going to show you the image. So the family card could be coming up for a couple of reasons. Number one, it could be like whatever the issue that you need to see in a loving way, or apply loving light to, or the issues that you're having in terms of your self-confidence or your self-esteem may be rooted in your family. So it could be maybe there may be some forgiveness work that is around a family member or a family experience that you had that you haven't really healed from, and you're being asked to really take some time out to really call upon Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is the chief healing angel, and the other healing angels, I always refer to the healing angels as the ministry of healing angels. So you may want to call upon not just Archangel Raphael, but all the healing angels to help you heal from any kind of emotional challenge connected to any family member, or just maybe your family upbringing or a family experience that you are still having trouble working through, or that's having your confidence take a hit as a result. So I'm seeing that. It could also be too that there may be, I'm looking again at the image, and there is a child on the card who is holding a globe at the angels. So it could be like you looking at your world family. If you're a very spiritual person and really into the metaphysical aspect of community and family, you may be wanting to look at your spiritual family or your soul family. It could be just a collective. So the beautiful thing about family is that family sometimes doesn't necessarily mean just the family of your origin. It could also mean the family that we create. You know, we come from family, but then as a result of sometimes those particular experiences with family, we feel led to create family. So it could be you marry somebody, you adopt people, you claim people. I know that when I was younger, we used to have this thing where we would claim people as family. So this week it could be like the work you may need to do around your own biological family or family of origin, but also too is about maybe embracing a larger family, or your chosen family, and claiming them and working with them, and if that isn't the case, if that doesn't resonate with you, if you feel like that's not possible, then understand that spirit and the angels are also your family. I came from a background, I'm sharing a personal experience, this may be helpful for you watching this, but I came from an experience where my mother and father, had a falling out with them, and that unfortunately to this day hasn't been repaired. But when I was going through that process, I was led to scripture in the Bible. I walk a Christian path, so I just happened to open up the Bible, and there is a passage, and I'm paraphrasing, I wish I was known I was going to talk about it, or else I would have it here in front of me, but it says something to this effect. It says, "Though my mother and father forsake me, the Lord will keep me." And that was very comforting to me at that time, because it let me know, like, yes, people in the physical world will come and go, and some of those people may be family members, but you always will have your higher self, your spirit, the God of your understanding, whatever that is for you. That presence, that source energy will always be there. And then also too, along with that, the angels, because the angels work on behalf of God and spirit. So I'm seeing that, so that I'm hoping that me sharing that experience is helpful for someone watching this video. So I'm feeling glad to say that. So the card reads, "This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace." And again, I want to offer that as I was reading that text, I'm really feeling like that would be more of a gift for you, to free you and release you from all those negative emotions and feelings that you may be holding on to that are connected to the experience. So it's really going to be a gift that you're giving to yourself, as well as a gift that you give to the other people. The blue light on this card made me feel about Archangel Michael, so you could call upon Archangel Michael to help you cut the energetic cords, which is the connection to that person, that experience, that situation. And then I mentioned Archangel Samuel before, so then when you do that, Archangel Michael sets the stage for you to come to a greater sense of peace about that. And as I'm saying that, then that can also be the energy of Archangel Samuel. I always tend to look at Archangel Samuel as peace, and I'm seeing an image in my head that makes me think of that particular angel and that particular energy. It could also be Archangel Raguel, especially if it's a family member or someone who's closely connected to you. Archangel Raguel is also about achieving peace and harmony and helping you bring a situation to a harmonious resolution. So you may want to consider calling on Archangel Raguel for that particular purpose. And so now that will bring this week's Oracle Outlook to a close. I want to thank you for sharing this space here with me. And as I sign off, I want to wish you love, light, and angel blessings. Take care.